Hey guys, Rasbora here, and I'm looking at this the same time you're looking at this. Developer Briefing 186 just coming out, so let's go ahead and take a look. There's a couple things here in the dev briefing. Drill, first look. That's going to be our Holland map, aka Operation Market Garden. Next, we have the TAC maps for Drill and El Alamein. I'm probably saying Drill wrong, but that's going to be our map. Great Britain Armory and vehicles. Hopefully, we see the Firefly. We can cast our vote for the next map refresh. And yeah, so let's go ahead and dive right in. So, first thing, new map, Drill. Taking inspiration from the events of Operation Market Garden. Drill offers intense combat where players will need to play tactical approach to securing territory and traversing the small villages and farmland. It looks like a bridge map, which we kind of expected, right? That's what Operation Market Garden is making sure they took some bridges in some cities here. Um, Looks pretty good so far. It has a Purple Heart Lane Remagen vibe. I'm really hoping that unfortunately it doesn't play like Remagen. It does seem like it's fully centered around the bridge. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tactical map. Yeah, it's a little big. Let's see if we can make it a little smaller. No, I guess we can't. 1 second. Let's see. There we go. All right. So this is the map. It does fully go ahead and center around Railway Bridge. I don't know. This doesn't look good, to be honest. Okay, so looking at it just right off the bat, a railway bridge. So for you guys that may or may not be new to Hella Loose, Remagen is such a terrible map. I mean, the map looks cool, but it doesn't play good. And the problem is that railway bridge or the bridge in the center has the center point as one on one side and one on the other. This map has all of them on one side, which looks like the British lines, and that'll be the German starting point. So all the British sides are on one side of the bridge. So if there's no other crossing, you won't be able to play this map. Let's take a look at the pictures again. Let's see. Are there any other crossings? It looks like there might be a slight boat crossing over there on the far side of the bridge. Yeah, it does look like there's a couple spots you may be able to cross. But this just does not look good for the gameplay, to be honest. This literally looks like Remagen, but Remagen if all of the points were on one side of the bridge. If you could limit it to Railway Bridge being the only point in the center, that'd be awesome. But unfortunately, why would we do this? Okay, well, I really have, I really want to put faith in the map. I mean, it looks pretty cool so far just from the images. Like, I do like that Purple Heart aesthetic. I know a lot of people are not a fan of Purple Heart Lane, but Purple Heart Lane is honestly one of my favorite maps, to be honest with you. As it just plays a lot differently than the other ones. But it does have the trench lines just like Purple Heart Lane. Um, but it does have the bridge like Remagen, and all the objectives are on the other side, are on the one side. Well, we'll have to wait and see for Drail. Let's go ahead and take a look at El Alamein, which I am pretty excited for. So when we go ahead and look at it, the British forces are going to be starting on the right-hand side. Germans are going to be starting on the left-hand side. The points, you can't really see too much topography, but it does look like there's some major topography here coming out of the German HQ and the British HQ. I can't really tell. It looks like the British may be a little higher up than the German. German topography looks pretty low. and then it goes to some major center points, some major cities. Valley looks very, very busy here. That may be a cool objective to go ahead and fight over, as well as airfield hangars. And airfield hangars, we saw images of that in the last dev briefing. Hamlet Ruins looks like a pretty cool area to contest, but Desert Rat Trenches, that looks like it might feel like Kursk, which might be a pretty cool trench warfare area. Oasis, a little oasis in the middle, and I think we saw that image as well. But wow, this actually looks pretty good. El Alamein, look at this. The entire objective on the British side is an entire, uh, basically like Air Force base. It's an entire Air Force base. And then on the other side, it just seems like there's artillery guns, some little villages, and then villages in the middle. El Alamein, I have a good feeling about that map. Honestly, that looks pretty spread out. It looks like, although it most likely will be pretty open, similar to Kursk, it'll have some good trench lines. It'll have some good city combat. I can't wait to go ahead and fight in Valley. Valley looks like that would be a nice city to go ahead and battle in. Well, that is El Alamein TAC map. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weapons. So, again, UK's coming in. So we have confirmed the Lanchester Mark 1. Well made and solid, the Lanchester Mark I was a submachine gun manufactured to offer British soldiers a reliable ruggedness, recognizing the value of submachine guns after the events of Dunkirk. So really cool Lanchester Mark I. The Sten gun. Sten gun as a contrasting counterpart to the Lanchester submachine gun. The Sten entered battlefield as a cheaper alternative to the Lancaster, and the Allied favored Tommy gun, with the Sten's ability to support more soldiers with submachine guns on the battlefield. So it looks like almost like a Thompson and then like a grease gun kind of variant. So we might be able to see something similar in reference to the class loadout in Hallaloose with the British forces coming. Next, the Bren gun as the LMG. That is amazing. Oh, also, wait. Huh. Okay, so it looks like they didn't include an image of it. Lee Enfield Pattern 1914, used throughout World War One. The bolt action rifle. Yeah, so it seems like for sure there's going to be a Lee Enfield bolt action sniper as their sniper, which is pretty much what we had assumed regardless, but there's no image for it. So Lee Enfield Pattern 1914, that looks sick. Super excited for the Lee Enfield in Hallaloose. Lewis gun as the LMG, preferred by the British. Designed in the United States, USA, and mass produced in the UK. The Lewis gun featured a top-mounted pan magazine, as well as an aluminum for us Americans, barrel shroud to offer effective cooling following the loss of a large part of the British Army's weaponry across France. Many Lewis guns were repaired before being issued to the British and Allied forces. For the rocket, we got the Piat, which I'm super excited for. The Piat is a crazy rocket launcher created in 1942 in response to the need for more effective portable anti-tank weapon. The projector infantry anti-tank. Oh, I didn't know that's what it stood for. So projector infantry anti-tank, also known as the Piat, offered greater penetration power than its anti-tank predecessors and was able to launch projectiles over a more effective range. I would imagine this would work pretty much exactly like the bazooka in game, just for game's sake. Next, we got the rifle number 4 Mark I, a classic service rifle built with the infantry in mind, offering a lighter and more robust design than the standard rifle. So that is pretty sweet. We got all the weapons there. We have the Webley Mark 6 for the handgun. So that'll be the pistol, no image there. And the Fairbairn Sykes knife. Nice. So it's similar to a dagger. It's got double-edged fighting knife, and it was issued to units within the British Army during World War II and designed for surprise attacks and fighting. So we got a knife confirmed, no spade for the British, and the sniper rifle will definitely be the Lee Enfield, which is awesome. As far armor and vehicles, let's go. I am so excited. The moment we've all been waiting for. Listen, 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 listen. This is my favorite tank. The Sherman mother effing Firefly, boys. Let's go. I'm so excited. The model, it looks okay. I was kind of hoping maybe some more netting around it, to be honest with you. And also, it was pretty common for the British forces to go ahead and draw or like paint some like paint on the front of the barrel, as it had, I think it's called the 6-pounder turret, which was way longer than most turrets. So they would target these tanks first. And it's kind of interesting that I can't really tell from the image. Maybe they do. It looks like it's a little marked up, a little weathered, but I can't really tell if it has any sort of markings on the barrel. As well as the body. I mean, I was obviously expecting it to look like a Sherman, but it looks more like the M4 Sherman, like the medium Sherman. So I'd be interested to see, is it a medium tank? Sherman 76mm Firefly, notorious in its tank destroying capability. The Sherman Firefly was one of the most common vehicles used by the British forces, fitted with the powerful 17-pounder anti-tank gun. It's a heavy tank, so confirmed it will be the German. I'm sorry, the British. Why do I keep saying German? The British heavy tank. Cromwell is the next confirmed tank, which looks absolutely boxy and beautiful. The Cromwell, with its Rolls-Royce Meteor engine, the Cromwell offered reliability and speed while being a powerful medium tank. So that will be confirmed, the medium tank. And we have the Bedford transport truck right here in the back. It'll be nice and open for the Germans to go ahead and just open fire on our troops. So I cannot wait for hell loose there. Next, we have the Tetrarch. I'm so sorry, guys. You guys are going to hate me for mispronouncing all these. Primarily used as a support fire, the British light tank. So that's confirmed for the light tank. A 2-pounder gun. And the Daimler. Yes! Which I kind of assumed would be the Daimler, but the Daimler is so nice. In postscriptum, that thing hauls some ass. But Daimler confirmed as the recon vehicle for Hell Let Loose. Next, we got the Great British Soldiers. What do they look like as initial introduction to the British forces? Players will find their soldiers garbed in the British battle dress, worn mostly in temperament climates. Battle dress was introduced before the start of World War II and was worn as late as the 1960s. Designed with mechanized infantry needs in mind, the British battle dress comprised of a short wool jacket buttoned to the outside of high-waisted wool serge trousers. Here's the British forces. It looks like a Soviet face, but that looks pretty sweet. And there we go. We got the commandos here. I love the helmets, and the outfits look pretty sweet. Yeah, so here you can go ahead and cast your votes for the map you would like to go ahead and have renovated. So you have the options of Purple Heart Lane, St. Mary Glee, Carrington, St. Mary du Mont, Omaha Beach, and Utah Beach. I mean, I love Carrington. I love SME and SMDM. I love Utah Beach. Purple Heart Lane, I feel like could use some fixing, and I feel like Omaha Beach. I love Omaha, but I feel like on a warfare, it just doesn't play well, to be honest. So maybe those two. You know what I would love is in Purple Heart Lane if they made the map a little cleaner with a lot of the drowning. I cannot tell you how many times I've drowned, and specifically, like, I'm fine with it having trenches to where you can drown in, but I think the biggest problem that I face in is, like, sometimes when you're going through the trenches and you know, the back alleys there, like, the ground is not fully rounded, so you're just walking and you'll just fall in a crevice, like a map crevice, and you're just dead. So maybe if they could fix that. But Carrington, I mean, just easily the best map in the game. So we'll see. Here we have the format, the UK's biggest game industry night. This looks pretty sweet. So you can get tickets to that. And then we got the war correspondent videos. We got the TikTok with your boy featured on there. Definitely check us out on Twitch. We're not listed here, but we do have a Twitch as well. And then my good buddy here, Alpine Sniper, and his crazy shenanigans we did on our live stream. So all in all, out of 10, I would say I'm looking at like a 7 on this dev briefing. I think it's a pretty solid dev brief where it shows what we're going to be expecting. But I was really hoping that Operation Market Garden would look a little better, but I have my doubts. I really hope that this game plays well with Operation Market Garden, but I just don't know how I feel about that. Let me know in the comments, guys. It's like 6 in the morning when this just dropped, and I'm doing this before work, so I really, really would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Until next time, I will see you on the battlefield.